A moment frozen in time, the hiss of a snake so close to my baby's crib that I could feel its breath. Just when I thought everything was lost, my dog did something no one expected. The afternoon had been unusually still. The kind of silence that makes you feel like something's about to happen, but you don't know what. I was in the kitchen, just a few feet away from the baby's room, humming softly as I washed the dishes. The house felt safe until I noticed something odd. A faint rustling sound came from down the hall, so soft I almost ignored it. But then my heart clenched as I realized it wasn't the wind. The baby's room door, usually closed tight, was slightly ajar. My baby was inside, peacefully asleep in the crib, the soft light from the nursery lamp casting long shadows on the walls. That's when I saw it, a dark, slender shape slipping quietly beneath the door frame. It was a snake. My breath caught in my throat. The snake moved slowly, deliberately, inches from the crib where my baby lay unaware. Its scales shimmered faintly in the dim light, the cold glint of something dangerous. I froze, paralyzed between the instinct to scream and the need to think clearly. Time slowed as the snake inched closer, its tongue flickering, tasting the air. In those terrifying moments, I noticed how silent the house had become. No barking, no creaking, just the subtle hiss of the snake's movement. It was almost like the entire world was holding its breath with me. How had this happened? How had the snake found its way inside a place meant to be a sanctuary? Every second felt like an eternity as I stared helplessly, knowing that if I made a sudden move, it might strike. The creeping dread wrapped around me like ice. I called out softly, hoping for help, my eyes darting toward the door. Then a faint sound broke the silence, the soft pads of paws on the floor, coming faster. Just as the snake was about to slide its head between the crib bars, something else was coming. A protector who would change everything. Our dog, Max, was always a well-trained guardian. We had strict rules, no entry to the baby's room. The door was always closed, the boundary clear. Max respected that, never once crossing the threshold. But on this day, everything changed. As the snake slithered closer to the crib, I barely had time to react when I heard Max's paws thudding urgently down the hallway. He burst into the nursery, ignoring the no-entry rule for the first time since we brought him home. His eyes locked onto the snake, a low growl rumbling from his throat. Max's presence shattered the silence. The snake reared its head, sensing the challenge, tongue flickering faster, venomous intent clear. The tension exploded in that tiny room as dog and serpent faced off. My heart pounded, fear mixing with awe at the courage Max showed. Max lunged, teeth bared, snapping near the snake's head. The snake hissed, striking wildly, but Max was quicker, dodging and pushing forward to protect the baby. It was as if Max understood the stakes. No hesitation, no fear, just pure protective instinct breaking every rule he'd learned. I was frozen, watching the chaotic battle unfold just inches from my child. The air was thick with danger, and every second felt like it might be the last. Max's growls grew louder, his determination unyielding. Finally, with a swift and powerful bite, Max caught the snake. It recoiled, retreating just enough to break the immediate threat. Max stood guard, eyes never leaving the baby, his body tense but protective. The snake slithered away, defeated or perhaps just retreating for now. That moment changed everything. Max wasn't just a dog who obeyed rules anymore. He was a guardian who broke them when it mattered most. And in doing so, he saved my baby's life after the snake slithered away and immediate danger passed. An eerie silence settled over the house. I was trembling, heart still racing from the adrenaline, but overwhelmed by a deep sense of relief. Max sat close to the crib, eyes sharp and watchful, as if silently promising no harm would ever come near again. The rules we'd lived by had been broken that day, but it felt like a sacred shift, a new understanding born from chaos. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept glancing at Max curled beside the baby's crib, the unspoken bond between them stronger than ever. The dog who never crossed a nursery threshold had become the family's fiercest protector, the line between pet and guardian forever blurred. I realized that sometimes the rules we hold on to are just guidelines. There are moments when instinct and love must override them. In the days that followed, our home felt different. We were more cautious, more aware of the shadows where danger might lurk. But also, there was gratitude, a quiet, profound appreciation for Max's bravery. The baby seemed calmer too, comforted by the dog's constant presence. Their connection deepened in ways I hadn't imagined possible. Though the snake had vanished, its threat lingered in our memories, a reminder of vulnerability and survival. But what stayed longest was a silent promise between us all. Protection without question, loyalty without hesitation. Max had broken the rules, yes, but he had rewritten what it meant to be family. And every time I look at them, I remember how close we came to losing everything, and how one courageous act, against all odds, saved us sometimes. True loyalty means breaking the rules to protect those we love. Instinct and courage can outweigh boundaries when lives are at stake, reminding us that love is the strongest force in the face of danger.